Hello everyone, today our case topic is clothing style in an intercultural setting. Our team member is Miss Thao, Miss Anna and me, Alvin. This case study was happened in the international airport. And this part is our case summary. I will introduce next. This case is talking about the story of the author when she was 16 years old and traveled from Sri Lanka to Switzerland. Coming back from the summer holidays, she took a non-direct flight. The flight had to stop in Kuwait City for a few hours and had to change the plane. She decided to turn around the airport and it was very late at night. Before she went sightseeing around the airport, she had asked a Kuwait man that she met and he said that Kuwait was a modern city that allowed ladies used to wear modern clothes, even so it is Muslim country. Based on his opinion, the girls decided to walk around the airport, but turned out she got a weird experience. When she was in the shop, there are three women who were totally covered with red veils and only her eyes were visible, looking like her like she was a disrespectful lady. For the record, this girl used very minimum clothes because of summer. Even so, they didn't say anything, and of course, there is no body language that can be detected. Their eye contact means a lot. In this situation, the other was experiencing a sort of control collision. She saw that she was disrespectful. In communicating with others, especially with people of different countries, it is not necessary to have the ability to communicate smoothly between communicates, but also require interpretation that build when communicating. This interpretation can be seen through gesture, body language, eye contact, facial expressions, voice intonation, value, emphasis in the sentence spoken, the desire to listen, including empathy for the other person. If the communicants do not succeed in overcoming this situation, then there will be positions that arise the communication, which will lead to certain prejudice and stereotypes. Moreover, usually between communicants do not have the same point of view because of different countries. And this part is our case analysis. Talking about different countries, our team consisting of different countries, namely Taiwan, Indonesia, and Vietnam, would like to combine various perspectives on clothing in our respective countries. In Taiwan is a country that respects diversity in terms of religious and ethnic culture, as well as South and North countries. Also, because of multicultural relation, I believe Taiwan is accepting of different countries, and will not personally to take issue with anyone who wear whatever clothes.
I will explain about Indonesian point of view. As you know that Indonesia is a Muslim country, but the basis of the state is not solely based on Islam. We call it Pancasila. Pancasila in a simple way is not only recognizing one religion but various religions and living together in diversity. As you see in the picture, there is some example of regional traditional clothes. Aceh is one of Muslim region. The traditional clothes reflected their beliefs. Then Yogyakarta, as I came from, presented the royal tradition. Then Bali, perhaps if you have been visited Bali, is the island that full of culture. We called it the island of God. And the last picture is traditional clothes of Papua that have many values of local wisdom. Because of Indonesia is an archipelagic country which has 17,000 islands, 1,340 tribes, 829 local languages, a wide variety of arts, dances, culture, traditional clothing, and local culinary delights, so it's difficult to generalize the perception that appropriate and inappropriate, especially on wearing clothes. This is the picture about batik and kebaya, which is often found used by many Indonesians from various regions. In Indonesia, we have a craft called batik. Batik has many patterns that reflect each region. Generally, batik is used to attend formal or informal events such as daily basis in offices, teaching for teachers, or attending celebrations. Next, this is a picture about kebaya. Kebaya is generally used for students who graduate from college, attend weddings, or other formal events. Even though Indonesia is a Muslim country, the fact that Indonesia has many tribes, cultures, and religions makes Indonesia believe in diversity and live in a society in diversity. Indeed, it is undeniable that there is also a minority group who are fanatical about certain beliefs, but the majority of Indonesians still value cultural and religious diversity. From our point of view, in assessing whether the clothes worn by someone are appropriate or not, this cannot only be based on the knowledge we have, but actually there is a meaning behind the clothes that must be respected as a manifestation of tolerance for diversity.
And now I would like to present the Vietnamese point of view. Vietnam is a multi-ethnic country with 54 ethnic groups living together. King people make up 85.4% of the population, and the remaining 53 ethnic minority account for only 14.6%. Traditional customs of each ethnic group are also different, like the image. The diversity and richness of ethnic customs are also due to the influence and communication with neighboring countries and ethnic groups. In essence, the national custom in Vietnam show the characteristics of the custom of the inhabitants of the hot and humid tropics in the south. It's an area where the cloth is woven from fiber, bark, and later cotton. The clothes are not rich in type. There is a little difference between men and women clothing, and the color and decoration are simple. Therefore, the issue of fashion is quite comfortable in the eyes of Vietnamese people. However, when they see fancy clothes like Muslim, they will be curious and tend to stare at the person. Young people will be more open-minded and more easily accept multicultural clothes. Older people are more difficult to accept because they have less exposure to different cultures. If they see a person wearing black Muslim, leaving only their eyes open, sometimes they scare because they think it's terrorism. Vietnamese people are not annoyed when they see people wearing different perspective clothes. They are only annoyed when they wear inappropriate clothes. For example, wearing revealing clothes when going to the temple or clothes are not too revealing. And now Mr. Alvin will present to you the major problem of our case study.
This is our thinking about major problems. The first one is lack of communication ability. The second one is different cultures and different point of view about something. The third part is prejudice and stereotype. And next part is the reason those issues are problems. We think the lack of using proper communication in the intercultural setting will lead to situations that has deep implications on people's intercultural relationship and on the certain of group of products and stereotype.
This is our proposed solutions. The first thing is to respond what we don't know yet. We must first understand why it happened, how to view in the world perspective, and try to learn others' culture and habits. I believe it will be difficult to learn, but it should be interesting and fun. And the second one is keep up your passion and empathy because culture can always innovate and change. Culture can also be integrated and re-innovated, so understanding the meaning behind the culture is important, including the clothing style of region. Mutual respect for each other's culture is necessary. Our next proposed solutions is communicants should have intercultural competencies such as other orientation. It means being empathy, create a warm atmosphere along the conversation, have to own the ability of listening to the others and to understand them, and have a cultural awareness. It is refers to understanding of conventions of the host culture that affect how people think and behave. Then behavioral flexibility. It is the ability to select an appropriate behavior in different contexts and situations. This statement based on Bonner and Kelly in 1974. And then communication and cultural sensitivity. It is associated with responsibility and ethics. Then the last one, our proposed solutions is to produce effective communication, the communicant must be able to do the following things. The first one is communicate verbally well, then use nonverbal communication well, then able to be a good listener, open-minded, and show respect.
And now I would like to show you some evidence that we can base on our solutions. Surveys prove that 55% of messages come from the appearance, facial expression, and body postures. 30% come from the vocal aspect, while only 7% come from the word spoken. According to Metabrian, 1972, intercultural communication is a ability to establish interpersonal relationships by understanding our counterpart through the effective exchange of verbal and non-verbal behavior, according to Thao, 1959.
This is our references. And this is our documentations when we discuss this topic. So that's all our presentation. Thank you for your attention and have a nice day.